Okay, since we have configured the company code and segment, why do we create this? Because this is the basic and the most fundamental unit that we require to establish a business identity on SAP. Okay, and uh, company code is a unit which has its own representation with chart of accounts, and chart of accounts will be different. And what are chart of accounts? Let me just show you that. Now we've already made a company code. Okay, that is ZAP 9. And if I click on any of this company code has a chart of account, and these chart of accounts have GLs. And this is front end activity. So we have GLs of various categories like balance sheet account, secondary costs. Secondary costs are basically for controlling. Primary costs are for capturing expenses and costs from the finance side and representing or transferring those to the costing side, controlling area. And non-operating expenses are uh, areas that have no impact on manufacturing. Okay. So if we have to discuss the hierarchy, why do we need a company code and how is the SAP hierarchy made? So let me share that with you. So first of all, we have a company. This is mother company, mother code, and it can have its own currency. Okay, and this can be a global company or the principal company. Okay, now our is ZAP 9, mother company is USD, and this company is not company code. This is the head of the uh, group of companies. Okay, the principal of the group of companies. So under company comes controlling area. And at this level in SAP, at mother company level, we have profitability analysis. Okay. What is profitability analysis? I'll tell you once we have done our hierarchy thing. The controlling area, it will have its own currency. So I'll keep this to GBP. Okay. Controlling area will have its own currency. Now, what is controlling area? It's about profit center accounting, cost center accounting, product costing, profitability analysis. Okay. Cost distribution and integrations with production, finance, material management, SD, sales distribution, HCM. So it's a very rich and vast module. So under controlling area, we have company code. Okay. Company code will have its own currency. Now, company codes is a unit that has its own financial representation or standing. Okay. And um, company code is operational unit, where by operations, I mean sales, logistics will happen. Okay. And of course, it will also have financial operations like payments and payments and expenses, and of course, uh, other areas like loans, cash management, banking, things like that. Okay. So company code, if it is operational, will have plant and sales org reporting to company code. Okay. So plant reports to the company code, sales org also reports to the company code. And under plant, we have locations, storage locations, and purchase organizations. In sales org, we have sales area, sales offices, um, and what else? Sales office, distribution centers, and shipping points. Okay. Or storage location. No, not storage. Storage location is given over here. Okay. So this is the hierarchy that we have to see, that is maintained in SAP. Now, profitability analysis. Now, what is profitability analysis? Let me give you a small example of profitability analysis. For example, you have profit center defined as geographical location. So you have a showroom. Since ZAP 9 is an automotive manufacturing company. Okay. So geographical showroom will be showroom because showroom earns you sales and dollars. Okay. So you want to see that through time dimension, that in the month of August versus July. Okay. What are the sales figures of your SUV? Okay, SUV, because you are manufacturing SUVs. Since it's a manufacturing SUVs, it will be concerned with, let's say, a red SUV of a specific model. Model will be 2023, for example. And SUVs in the month of August versus July, SUVs red 2023. And you want to know how much freight was paid for arranging SUVs at your showroom, plus cost of sales or cost of goods manufactured and cost of sales. And plus you want to know licensing cost and monthly maintenance of this vehicle for displaying it at the showroom. Okay. So this will actually give you what? Profitability, whether your SUV is profitable business or not at this showroom. Okay. So profitability is the 3D view of any movement involving product, location, time, and what else? And of course, the cost of manufacturing. Okay. So this is profitability. This is important to understand. Okay. So in ZAP 9, we are going to actually make this whole setup. Okay. So that's why I wanted to stress on this part that GL is the backbone for this, because if your GL at this level is not correctly made, it will lead to misrepresentation, even errors, and loss of data. Okay, and that data is this data. So you have to make sure as an FICO consultant, your company code is established pretty much aligned with your customers' uh, business requirement and process. Okay, I hope you get the point. Now, next step is next step is SPRO. After this, of course, when we have done this part, you'll also talk about ledgers. Very important. Okay. Okay. Enterprise structure, we've already made the company, we've already made the segment. Okay. Uh, Now comes the next part, that is financial accounting, general ledger, master data, GL accounts, preparations, edit chart of accounts list, and new entries. So what we are doing right here is SPRO, financial accounting, and GL accounting, then preparation, master data, okay, and then chart of accounts. Okay. So chart of accounts will be the same name, ZAP 9, ZAP 9 chart of accounts. And chart of accounts has no currency. Okay. Maintenance language will be English, and the length will be 10. So the maximum length that we can acquire and achieve in SAP for GLs is 10. Save. Okay, this is done. Okay, next is after you make any segment element in SAP, it has to be assigned. So we will assign chart of accounts to company code, and we will go to position, ZAP 9, and ZAP 9 we have L9s here because we copied company code from LAP 9. So that will be ZAP 9. This field is for country chart of accounts. Okay. Country chart of accounts basically can be different from your other chart of accounts. If you have a different financial setup in another country, then of course your chart of accounts can differ a little bit. Save. So chart of accounts, and in chart of accounts we make define chart of accounts, and we assign chart of accounts. Okay. Next step is account group. Now, once you have made chart of accounts, we also then make accounts in chart of accounts. Okay. Okay. So, what I'll do, go to GMap. In GMap, I'll just follow this because this is a template. I can save my time. I have charts. Now, this is the chart for assets, GL accounts. This is for expenses. This is for income. This is for liabilities. This is for material. So secondary. Although this is not the ideal one, but this will help us to maintain accounts. ZAP 9 and Control Y. Copy. ZAP 9. Enter. Save and save. Okay. Simple. Now we have actually made a structure of the chart of accounts, the outline, the skeleton. Now next step is define retained earnings account, and chart of accounts will be ZAP 9. X 100 100. Now it gives a warning in orange. Orange means it's not dangerous, so you press enter, it will go away. So retained earnings account is part of your balance carry forward operations, and it gets adjusted with your equity and capital accounts. So it, as retained earnings, it collects all the income and expenses, and the difference is then adjusted in the balance sheet. So this is an interim account. Interim means interim or mediatory, arbitrary account. Okay. Now, once this is done, I hope all is good. Clear to you all? Shall I go ahead or shall I
Yes, sir,
stop?
so far.
Shall I stop here? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir,
I'm
I need to ask you one thing. I was